So we come to the fourth one of the 18 form qigong sequence added on to the eight brocades moves in a sort of Pilates yoga hypnotic manner with the breath. Basically just taking the motions and just calibrating and synchronizing them to movement and breath. Breath synchronized movement, vinyasa, like in yoga. So this one is called Separate the Clouds, and again it's just a real good one for opening up the chest, which we all need. We tend to get very compressed in the chest by bearing gravity, etc. It's a nice simple one again, but as within all the qigong sequences, linked to different meridians. Each move is linked to meridians and organs that they benefit with each specific move. This one, because of the opening up the chest manner, the way it's done, like the next one as well, will help the heart, lungs, and the pericardium, the heart lining, by just opening up the chest. We're not going to go down that route. We're going to go down more the Pilates route. Done that in other videos, and the yogic responses with the hypnotic responses. So with that, it'll get straight into that with the breathing. Again, this is like the 12th of a 26 form. Two forms put together, an 8 and a 26. Don't have to really get too clogged up with that. So this is like the 12th of the 26, or the 4th of the 18 added on to the 8. Again, don't know what, again, forget that. You can either do these singly or in order, doesn't matter. So again, go straight in with the Pilates breathing. Zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. Again, if you get the two thumbs here on what we call the B line, kidney line, belt line, whatever you want to call that, the B line, from the hips to here, that's where the pelvic floor ends and then joins the corset muscle wrapping around our spine, like cling film. 3 layers deep, we got the corset wrapping around our spine, okay, and it joins onto the pelvic floor on this B line, okay. So again, if you do that from hip to hip, if you do a cough or a sneeze, you can feel they go together like cling film. Again, so it's like when you exhale through pursed lips, that naturally happens. You zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, take the navel towards the spine. Okay, so again, just a bit of an awareness there. Sometimes it's a bit like an amnesia. You don't know these muscles are there. You can't use them in the correct fashion. If you know they're there, you can use them in the correct fashion. Okay, so again, just be aware of that. Okay, so we're going to take the hands away. We simply zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. Again, you can't do one without the other, if you notice there. Okay, as you cough, they both go. Of course, it goes on pelvic floor, but I'm just going for it segmentally. So zip up pelvic floor right now, scoop out your abdominals, navel towards the spine. Unlike the traditional qigong sequences, they breathe into the belly like a balloon. We don't do that. We're going to go with a Pilates setup. Zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals right now. Breathing through the nose and exhaling through pursed lips. You're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips, and that exhale will work, like I said, like a cough or a sneeze. It will naturally help you gather in, zip up and scoop out your abdominals and take the navel towards the spine and zip up the pelvic floor. Okay, that will naturally happen on that out breath as you're breathing in through the nose right now and exhaling through pursed lips and zipping up pelvic floor and gathering in. That will naturally happen. Consciously do that though. Think tiny waist, navel towards the spine, breathe in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips, okay? So if you're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips, if you want to do the little thing at the beginning, you can just get the palms on the lower lobes of the lungs, 2 middle fingers touching underneath what we call the xiphoid process, the sternum, the breastbone, okay? And as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, keeping these shoulders down, because they're overactive. Well, a lot of us are overactive, 90%, these upper traps. So keep them down. And as you keep doing that, zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. I'm overemphasizing here. You'll see this happen. Okay, then 2 middle fingers slightly parting and coming back to touch each other. Okay, it's just so you're aware that you're breathing in anywhere but the belly button as you zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. That's going to help you breathe anywhere but the belly button. It's going to help you breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. 3D style, organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep, into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Keep zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals right now. Breathing in for the nose, follow the journey all the way in. And exhale through pursed lips. And as you're doing that, you're simply breathing into them fish gills, wide and full. Them lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. So we can use that corset muscle, the powerhouse, the girdle of strength, 3 layers deep, which is all segmentally stabilising the spine in the most efficient manner. Helping us breathe anywhere but the belly button, helping us breathe into them lower lobes of lungs. So someone's opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go, or someone's just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go. Just adding width to the lungs and length for the out breath. Okay, lovely. And as you're doing that, you're throwing on that corset muscle, the transverse abdominis, the corset muscle, 3 layers deep. Just all segmentally stabilising the spine. And it helps you use that in the most efficient manner. Helping us breathe low and deep, organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep, into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Okay, lovely. Even imagine someone's wrapped a scarf tightly around your ribs and you're breathing into that scarf wide and full. So again, we're going to come out, we're going to add the yogic principles in now. We're going to close the mouth, unlike the traditional Pilates breathing. We're going to close the mouth, but we're going to still zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. We're going to breathe in for the nose and out for the nose. And that will give us a smaller filter through the nose and help us lengthen the breath even longer. Okay, so it gives us them sort of yogic principles to start. We've got some more advanced yogic breath if you want. But again, as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, that will help us breathe in low and deep to them lower lobes of lungs. You can take the hands away from here if you've got them still there. Relax the hands and just be within your breath. Focus on the breath. Come into the here and now with the breath. That present moment of the breath. As you're following the journey in and out, as you're still zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, taking the navel towards the spine, you'll naturally feel the out breath want to fall longer than the in breath. Okay, so allow that to happen. And instead of the breath breathing you, you're going to breathe the breath. You're going to elongate that out breath longer than the in breath. So quadruple it, double it, triple it, whatever you like the out breath, make it longer than the in breath. The in breath's conscious thought. The out breath is subconscious thought. So by extending that out breath longer than the in breath, we're encouraging sleep, digestion, rest, and relaxation, all on that lovely elongated out breath. Okay, that just helps the parasympathetic nervous system work in a more beneficial way. Sleep, digestion, rest, all the things you don't think about are all being benefited as you quadruple it, double it, triple it, whatever you like the out breath. Just make it longer than the in breath without forcing anything, within your limits. Okay, again, even cellular communication, organs working without you even thinking about them, all going to be benefited on a deep cellular level. Lovely. So as you elongate the out breath longer than the in breath's conscious thought, the out breath is subconscious thought. It's all the subconscious stuff within the body, your unconscious stuff, going to work better. Them housekeeping properties and benefits of the body, all going to be benefited on a deep cellular level. Lovely. So as you let that relaxation soak in, organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep, like ink through blotting paper, as you're still zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals and elongating the out breath longer than the in breath, you can stick with that breathing. If you want to go slightly more advanced with a yogic breath, we're going to grip at the esophagus. Okay, not literally grip, we're going to basically just make it narrower, the esophagus, and we're going to make Ujjayi breath. If you can't get this done, worry, just carry on with the breathing as we're going. Be aware of the sound of the breath, the feel of the breath as it weaves that tapestry of relaxation. Okay, but if you want to hear the breath more, we go to Ujjayi breath, slightly more advanced breath. If you can't get it, don't worry. Just carry on being aware of the sound of the breath, the feel of the breath, as it weaves that tapestry of relaxation. So I'm going to demonstrate the Ujjayi breath. If you can get it, if you can't, don't worry. Just stick with the breathing we've done so far. We're still zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out abdominals. The only difference with the Ujjayi breath, we're breathing, gripping its esophagus, and we're exhaling. As you can hear, it's raspy, silky, whistling, Ujjayi breath, victorious breath from the back of the throat. Okay, so again, if you can't get that, don't worry, just carry on being within your breath. Otherwise, if you get that Ujjayi breath as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, then you're going to breathe in and exhale. It's like going with the mouth shut. That will give the mind something to focus on. Focus in breath. You'll naturally do that sometimes when you're focusing on stuff, you know, like fine motor skills, like threading a needle, stuff like that, banging in the hammer. It's nearly like sort of Darth Vader breath in a way. If you can't get that, don't worry. That'll just help you, or help give you something more to hear within the breath. Help you focus on the breath. And help you elongate the breath, all the breath, especially the out breath, longer than the in breath. Seashore breathing, victorious breath in Sanskrit. If you can't get that, don't worry, just carry on zipping up, scooping out the abdominals with that natural breathing we were doing. Otherwise, your Ujjayi breath, you're just breathing in. With that soft, silky, whistling Ujjayi breath, okay? That'll help you stimulate the thyroid gland, which helps with weight control, etc. Help you build the heat in the body as you do that now. Help you fan the fire to burn all the toxins in the body on a cellular level. So again, it's a nice simple one. Again, Samson style, we push away the walls. This puts the shoulder blades as they drop down in the right position, okay? And yeah, you're gonna move this over a little bit. Yeah, so you're just going to reach up, nice simple one, breathe in and exhale down, pushing away the wall, Samson style. You feel a stretch your little pinkies, little fingers, that's actually the heart meridian, navel towards the spine. Watch you don't hyperextend the back. You want to just keep shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. If you're slightly arching the back, tuck the tailbone under, and that'll stop that. Okay, so again, still zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. We're going to breathe in and exhale. Allow the shoulders to drop in towards the body. So if there's a trickle of water just running down the back and dispersing, mount the shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. Breathing in, coming up. Exhaling down, be long on the out breath movement, coming down, descending down, ascending up, breathing in on the sharper breath, and exhaling down. As with all qigong sequences, you can go in with a squat, deep or not, or most qigong sequences, or any body system. But again, I stick with the yogic or the Iyengar yogic principles. Feet hip width apart, only going down as low as you keep the knees and arm and toes. Okay, again, if you want to go deeper, tailbone deep, only as low as you keep the knees and arm and toes. Any pain, don't go that deep, just do the arm motion, or go in deeper, coming down. But again, I would go no deeper than knees and arm and toes, or less if you like. Exploit the range to suit you, make these unique to you. Everyone will do them different timing, speed, cadence, rhythm of the breath. So again, knees and arm and toes, it can be a centimetre or a millimetre, a foot or an inch, it doesn't matter. It's only as low as you keep your knees and arm and toes. It could be here or down deeper. Okay, breathing in, exhaling down, gather in, zip up and hollow, reaching up, stretching the front line of the body. If you want to come up on the toes, you can do. Stretch that front line of the body from the crown to the toes, covered in muscle fascia, and push away the walls. Allow them shoulders to drop, don't let them stay up there. Descending down, breathing in, coming up. You want to come up on the toes, there'll be more instability, gathering against the instability, and push away the walls, Samson style. Lovely. Descending down on the out breath for as long as you like. Lovely. So we've got the back swinging monkey next, the 5th of the 18. or the